Focus RS. Oh my god. Punch you in the face. Ooh.
Still half come alive. There it is.
ST170. They don't care if your engine's going to blow up as long as it's boosted. Hello world, welcome back to Accelerate and welcome to Richard's Mk1 Ford Focus RS.
Now back in the day, I didn't really think much of these, but they're just getting better and better with age and age.
Yes, and we finally get to drive one, so let's get stuck in.
I'm excited about this one.
So guys, you join us out on the road in Richard's Mk1 Focus RS. I can't believe I get to say that. I'll try not to fanboy too much. Now, we have had a Mk1 Focus RS on the channel when DG Weaver invited us down for the day, but that was a completely standard example. Now, the Ford Focus was introduced in 1998, which I think is still bonkers, and the Mk1 is still my favourite Focus shape. The Focus RS was introduced in 2002 and only ran till 2003, so it was a very limited run. And speaking of limited, there were only ever 4,501 units produced. Now, when you compare that to the legendary Escort Cosworth that produced 7,145 units, the Mk1 Focus RS is a lot rarer than people think and a lot rarer than the Escort. And obviously the Focus was designed and released to replace the Escort. Fun little fact, of the 4,500 units that were produced of the Focus RS, just under half of those units were sold to the UK alone. And I genuinely think, with that rarity in mind and the way the world's going at the moment, I do think that the Focus RS is going to follow the steps of the Escort Cosworth in terms of collectability and values. They are going to start rocketing, mark my words. So from the factory, the Ford Focus RS comes with the 2-litre 4-cylinder Zetec engine, obviously with a nice turbo strapped to it. They produce a claimed 212 brake horsepower, and the great thing about these, the RS, they came with some substantial upgrades over the standard Focus, even the Focus ST170, with things like Sachs shock absorbers, I think that's how you pronounce them, 18-inch OZ wheels, which are absolutely beautiful, very rally inspired. And the very well-known Quaife ATB differential, which is known to be quite aggressive. Fortunately, we have got some experience with aggressive diffs. Richard's Focus RS is far from standard. His great example includes a K&N induction kit, airtec charge cooler, forged turbo actuator, forged recirculation valve, Michelin PS4 tyres, decat pipe bolted to a Scorpion catback exhaust. Richard does suspect it has a hybrid turbo, as there was some paperwork found indicating this, but he's not 100% sure. It has been mapped to 292 brake horsepower though. A few small details I really like that only Ford nerds may have noticed is that it has US spec rear lights and ST170 headlights. Oh my god! Whew. Yeah, that diff is very aggressive. Right, first of all, the noise. I know it's got a Scorpion exhaust and a decat on it, and I'm not sure what blow-off or anything is running, but the noises, oh my god. The thing I remember about the Mk1 Focus RS is the smooth power delivery. You get the old school turbo lag that you expect, but it doesn't punch you in the face. It comes in so smooth. Oh my god, and it just keeps... That diff you have sort of got to hang on, but oh man, it makes this thing fun. It is such a good balance of smooth power delivery, so it's not absolutely terrifyingly gripping onto the wheel, but that diff does make it that perfect amount of excitement. Oh, this is childhood dream. I have always wanted to drive these. So Rich, thank you so much, man. This is just, this is encouraging me to drive like a bit of a hoon. That turbo noise is absolutely intoxicating. Listen to this. I gotta say, the thing that's really surprised me. So, give it a bit of a hoon then, fantastic. Driving this thing around normal, it still feels like a Ford Focus. I was expecting it to be a lot more crashy than it is. With the bigger 18 wheels, you've got your sack shocks, everything's obviously a bit more aggressive, but it drives so nice. But it is an RS, we're just coming into some national speed limits, so it's time to have a bit of fun. Oh, oh my God, that diff. In a straight line, it is a bit sketchy, but my God, coming out of the corners, I am going to do that again. That was very surprising. Such a smooth power delivery. Oh my God, going, wow. So I was about to say, the only thing I will say, try not to fanboy too much, is it feels sort of a bit numb in its response and in the steering, but my God, when you get going, that diff really comes into life, and I was full throttle through the corners then, and it was still pinpointing exactly where I wanted it to go. Oh God, what a fun chassis. Wow, this car, oh my God! Okay, right, wow, this has really surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as this, and wasn't expecting it to encourage me to go as fast as it did. Whew. So, you did go in the Mk1 RS with
I
DG
did
Weaver,
not.
did you?
No. I literally looked through the window on it.
Yeah.
This is weird. Do you know what I mean? It's been a lot of time since I've been in one of these. Not even an RS, just a Focus in general.
Yeah, Mk1. Like I said, they are getting scarce now, even the normal
really
ones.
are, but these seats are really nice. They're really soft, aren't they?
Yep.
Considering.
I said on the video, they are, Sparko know what they're doing, but it's a good balance of, they're very supportive, but it's soft.
But very soft.
They hug you, don't they?
Yeah, it's mad. It's just really soft. It's really comfortable.
And
you do a really good journey in this.
Yeah, yeah. And if you want to see more in-depth of the Mk1 RS, go and watch the DG Weaver video, because we did go into a bit more detail, but we said RS do all the good things, all the touch points are done right.
Yeah.
But you'll find, driving in normal, it still drives like a Focus, which really surprised me.
The thing I like about it, though, is old school. Do you mean you can't even see the end of the bonnet?
Exactly.
But it's like it's got a smaller windscreen.
Yep.
I mean, the dash is not huge and it's not miles away. And, and it just feels so retro. Like, that's the old turn knobs and the window switches. It's just
it's
cool.
still got aircon and stuff.
But
it's cool. It is an RS, so let's get out on the road.
I want to sit here and enjoy it a minute. Leave me alone.
One thing I forgot to mention I love, like I said, RS took over, they changed a lot of things. What do you know one of the main things they changed? They took away your coolant temperature reading.
For the boost gauge.
For the boost gauge. They don't care if your engine's going to blow up as long as it's boosted.
As long as boost. So let's have a little pull it. Woohoo, okay. Lit up then, about 4K. Ooh. Do you know you said it doesn't feel that quick? It really does.
I mean, we're spoiled. We get to drive a lot of fast cars.
Yeah.
But again, for me personally, 292 brake in this chassis, you'll feel it coming on the way. It's a fun car,
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Like, like you said, we come into most things, it's like, it's going to be all right.
We sort of know what to expect, but...
I can't wait to bring it back up this hill because it already feels fun. And I literally I didn't even take it all the way up at rev range yet, especially in first.
Yeah.
So, let's take it back up and see what she can do. Right, first, I think it's going to lose a feather throttle. There we go. Second, a bit of lag. Oh, there goes that dip. What? Yes, definitely fight.
Dances around a bit, doesn't it?
Definitely wants to fight you all the way, doesn't it?
But I had it floored going all around here. And see how dirty it is when you're in it?
Yep. Yeah, I was going to say, the steering when you're driving a normal feels quite flat, but whoa, it's still half come alive.
When you put power on, it's as if the steering tightens up.
It does, yeah. It really reacts to the speed, and it reacts in the right way.
I have never driven a car like that.
No, I haven't.
I have never had that feeling before.
No, I'd say I'm going to keep it up in third. You know, I could go to second here, but I want to keep it in third, trying to keep it in torque range. There it comes. The good thing is it's like the turbo's not too laggy.
No, I say it's got a bit of old school lag that you expect because it is an old school car.
Oh man, it's so darty around the corners.
It's surprisingly fun was what I thought.
It really is. Yeah. Now, I didn't even see that come up the hill. So we've
got
caught that so quickly. But yeah, that, like you said, the steering now is very numb and it's very and it does sort of what it wants to do.
Yep.
When you're pushing it, yes, it comes alive, and the car, like I said, it feels quite darty around the corners.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it really does come alive with the power.
Because when I first drove it, and I was like, oh no, the steering's a bit, so I'm going to be with the first thing people always say about these is be careful, the diff's aggressive. Putting into a corner with that steering, I was a bit nervous, but when you floor it, honestly, it just tightens up.
There's nothing wrong with it.
The diff does its job.
It really does, yeah. It makes the difference. Sorry.
This guy.
Yeah, you got a lot of lag, lot of lag.
And then boom.
There it is. Yes. Like I said, the steering's wicked when you're going fast. Yeah. Feel that then? Yes, I really like this. You can have so much fun with this car.
I've been in a standard one now, and I've been in this one. This one feels so much more alive than the standard one.
Never been in a stock one, that's the other thing.
I was lucky with that.
This works, but you never drove that.
No.
That's the thing. You know, it's only when you drive a car you understand what it can do and how it feels. And
the diff is just really...
I love it.
The main thing we compared this to was Mark's 6 Escort that was running a Mk1 RS engine, turbo, everything like that. But that was just so wild, too much power.
It was mental. This is really drivable, isn't it?
Yeah. You can have, like, we've thrown this around, and what a fun chassis.
Like I said, on the way down the hill, I was thinking, this just doesn't feel right. The steering doesn't feel right and everything. But yeah, when you're on the power, it really does work, doesn't it?
It just comes alive, man.
It does.
It's crazy.
It does. Yeah, it needs to be driven hard.
Yeah.
So Richard's Focus RS.
Yep. Now the Mk1 RS, as I've said, is one of my sort of dream cars I've always wanted to drive. And I gotta say, it did not disappoint. And I just want to say quickly, once again, Rich is one of those people that encouraged us to drive it fast, and that it really is when these cars come alive. I didn't give him enough credit for that.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to be the way it was. Do you mean? I was expecting it to be quite numb, to be honest. Not very quick. And I've never really been a huge fan of
No, we all know this.
I gotta be, I love it.
Yeah.
Even the styling, I absolutely love it.
Yes, I mean, like I said, the Mk1 is my favourite shape Focus. So this is why, once again, we always say we're so grateful because you've got to drive every car to appreciate them.
And you have, and to drive it properly. And thank you so much again to Richard for letting us do that. It's just, what a day.
He's got some other cool toys that we will be having on the channel as well, so stay tuned. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
I can't feel my fingers.
I know, it's freezing.
What we do for you guys.